Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Ireland, and I'm a GTD coach. And our marketing team asked me to do a video on how to help people manage their extracurricular work activities specific to kind of volunteering and kind of community involvement. And I was kind of really prepared to kind of do the ground level approach to that conversation and how to support people who have committed to that. And I kind of decided to take a step back and look at it a little bit more from a top down approach in terms of how that commitment gets made first. And I'm happy to do like part two if that would be helpful for people in terms of like once that commitment is made, how to drill it down to projects and actions and calendar and all that stuff. And the reason I decided to kind of do more of this approach is that I see a lot of people struggle with this for one thing. So, one of the first things we do as GTD coaches, we have our clients do mind sweeps. And you know that expression, if I had a dollar, like if I had a dollar for everyone who has something on their mind sweep about volunteering or getting involved with their community or doing more for their kids' school or something like that, you know, maybe I'd be doing this from Paris. Who knows? But in any case, it shows up a lot. And certainly for me too. I think what I see a lot of is there's a lot of should. If you've seen some of my other videos, you probably recognize, from my experiences, a should is often an open loop that shows up at our horizon two level. So if we have the ground level projects and then horizon two, which is our areas of focus and responsibility. One of the things I will often encourage people do is to look at volunteering or whatever you want to name that in the framework of your other areas of focus. I'm going to show a little screenshot of what mine looks like. So you'll see mine at the bottom is volunteering or community service, up against my other areas of focus. So what I do once a month is I look at all my areas of focus, one at a time in communion with all of them to say, can I commit to doing any volunteer community service work in the near future? Is it important to me? Unequivocally. People have heard the stories. I grew up in a family that was very um, like inclusively and community oriented. My mother was literally driving and delivering from Meals on Wheels until her late 80s, right before she passed in Western Pennsylvania, which, yeah, is like sleet and snow and all that stuff. Like, didn't matter. She did it 3 days a week for as long as I can remember, unless there was like something extreme. But anyway, it's kind of really baked into me. And it still is. And I also have a lot of other things that I'm really responsible for. So what I see a lot of in coaching is either it'll show up on a mind sweep, I should volunteer more, I should give back. And then they commit to something that ends up causing stress because it's either more than they can manage or it doesn't really fit into their current schedule. So my encouragement is if this matters to you at all, make it an area of focus and then really look at, in your monthly-ish, however often you're doing that, review cadence, how much does this matter to me right now? And how much of my time and energy can I really devote to it? Sometimes people make agreements and get involved in things that have a very big commitment, a couple hours a week sometimes, and then, it can create a lot of stress instead of the joy of what it's supposed to be for in the first place. So, I'm really mindful about that. I used to really overcommit to things and then, not only I kind of stripped the joy out of it, but it took away from other things that, were more of my responsibility. So, more to come on this, but I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of like a bird's eye snapshot of where this starts, which is at the area focus level. And what we can commit to projects and action wise is really helpful for more of a top down approach first. So I hope this helps as always. Please feel free to comment. We love hearing from you. Thank you.
For more GTD resources, please visit gettingthingsdone.com and David Allen's YouTube channel. For more information, please email us at info@gtdfocus.com or visit our website gtdfocus.com/contact.